Hi ladies, it's Manisha here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review for this beautiful new watercolor sort of ink effect from Nicole Diary. So it's actually a product sold by Born Pretty Store. The product code is 48630 and I have got a 20% off discount code which I'll have on the bottom of the screen here, MMX20. That'll give you a lovely 20% off this and pretty much everything on Born Pretty Store's website, including discounted products too. So on with the review. There's like a little ball bearing in there. I guess that's just to keep it all mixed up because it can settle. It's sort of like a smoke effect, you know, polish, so to speak, or an ink, should I say. It's an air drying product. It is 6 milliliters in size, and currently it's retailing at US $3.99 on Born Pretty Store's website. Oh, it looks like I've had a little bit of leakage there. I haven't actually used it. It's come to me for review, and there's a little bit there. I'm just gonna see if I can clean that off. Yeah, that's not too bad anyway, but let's get into this and see what's going on here. So it just comes with a sort of regular polish brush, and the idea is that you can sort of do like a watercolor effect or a smoke effect on, you know, on a gel base. So what I've done is here I've got sort of 4 tips ready. Because it's a white color, I guess it's sort of, they suggest to use a darker color to get the best effect. I mean, you can do it over a lighter color, you're just not going to see it as well. On the website they do say to use a gel, you know, gel polish, but I thought I would do 2 gel tips here. So I've got a black and a, I don't know, a sort of kind of burgundy shimmery kind of colour, and I've also got 2 regular polish ones. So all of them I've matte top coated. So these ones I've used a gel matte top coat, which is from Born Pretty Store, and on these ones here I've just used a Sally Hansen matte top coat. So I'm going to have a little bit of a play on here. I've not used the product, so I'm going to kind of learn as I go. But okay, so for the first design I thought I'd do it on that sort of darker burgundy kind of colour, and I'm just using the product straight from the bottle. I have given it a bit of a shake beforehand, and as you can see it's drying almost instantaneously, so I'm able to actually layer it up. Where I've done the layering, it seems to sort of be more whiter, if that makes sense. It's kind of thicker and more obvious, the areas where I've actually put multiple layers on. But I'm just sort of doing a bit of a marbly, smoky kind of effect here. You can totally add as much or as little product as you want to, but I just wanted to have a bit more of a play. You know me, I just can't leave things alone. And I wanted to see how bright I could get that white, whether it would actually go completely opaque or not. So I've sort of just added little bits here and there. I do like how the edges seem to have more white than the centre does. It sort of gives a really nice sort of edging effect to it. And as you can see, it's just sort of drying quite nicely there on the nail. Now that I've done a few layers, it is sort of slightly taking a little bit longer to dry just where the thicker layers are. Now I'm going to do the same sort of method on the regular polish one, just to kind of see whether we can do something the same and whether the product reacts the same. And unfortunately I can already see that this is just kind of pooling. It's not having that kind of smoky effect as it was on the gel polish. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a close-up. You can see it's almost gone a bit sort of grainy and separated. And here's a comparison of the 2 together, and it's quite noticeable, even though the base colours are different, that it's actually reacting quite differently. So for the next tip I thought I would just sort of do almost like a bubble effect, or you know, sort of layered dots along the nail. So I'm going to do this on the gel polish first. So this is the black tip that I've prepared beforehand. And as you can see, I'm just sort of layering those dots up, just using the product straight from the bottle. An afterthought was that I probably should have tried using other nail art tools, so maybe some other brushes or dotting tools, to see if I could still use it without having to use the brush that's provided. But I do quite like the brush. It's not as wide as your regular polish brush is, so you're able to actually control it quite well. I guess if you don't want so much on the end of the brush, I'd just probably wipe it off as best you can before applying it to the nail. That's the first swatch done of the dots, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the purple you know, regular polish swatch, and as you can see it's completely different. It's not drying and it's not spreading, and I just couldn't get the effect that I was getting from the gel polish, so I thought, oh, maybe I just need to give it another bit of a stir. So I've sort of put the lid back on and shaken it and sort of gone back in again, but as you can see it's nowhere near as nice or as pretty as the one on the gel polish. So unfortunately I think it's more case of having to use a gel polish to get the effect that they suggest. Okay, so I'm back with the designs, and I think you probably agree with me in saying that it just seems to work a heck of a lot better on the gel top coat as opposed to the regular one. I'm not sure what other brands would be like. I've literally only got the Sally Hansen at the moment. So I'm not sure. You could probably experiment if you've got other ones at home, give it a go. But I do like the effect that it's had on the gel. It's a lot more subtle, and it just seems to blend or disperse a lot more easier than it did on these ones here. I've pretty much done very similar techniques on both. Sort of dots and spots and that and those two, and then sort of more of a marbled effect on there. But as you can see, yeah, just definitely a lot more desirable end result on these ones here. So they were fun to use, and probably would recommend give the bottle a bit of a shake before you use it, just because it's that type of product that will probably settle. So give it a good shake, and less is more. So sort of go in a little bit more gently and then kind of add more as you feel more confident using it. The beauty of doing it on gel, I guess, is you can always just use a sort of like a cotton round or something like that with some, you know, polish remover or isopropyl alcohol, just to wipe it clean and start again if you do kind of make a mess or you're not happy with how it's turned out. So you can sort of do that too. So definitely check it out. I will leave my discount code again for you, and thanks Born Pretty for sending that out. It's a really cool product, and I do think there's lots more scope and more designs in that you can actually make using it. So do check it out. Thanks for stopping by, ladies. Have a great day wherever you are.